few other discords. If anyone would be interested.
Yeah, same.
There's always so many hype men on all these E3s. It's insane.
Yeah, they really like to, get people going.
We're live. All right, here we go. Let me host. Who drew that picture, by the way, of your face?
Me.
Oh,
She
you
did.
did?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Let me host this. Let me post this on.
Put it in Dink Brigade.
There you
I'm going to. Hold on.
go. Okay.
Okay, and all right, there we go. I posted my links. I hope people come by. Yeah.
David's brother is here. Hey dude, what's up? What's poppin'? So, let's get this underway. David, who are you? Why are you here?
I am Davood, and I am, I guess, a streamer. I don't know. I wouldn't even call myself that. But I am here because you guys invited me on here.
That's a shit reason.
And well, I don't know. I mean, I like podcasts, and I usually drop in whenever somebody else is, doing them. So you guys asked me to come on here, so I said, why not? I'm your first guest, I think. Could be wrong. Besides Dilf, so I don't know. We have a lot to talk about, obviously, because E3 just finished up. So that's the plan, I think.
Well, Delph is my co-host. It's not just my podcast. It's ours.
Yeah. Just a guy.
Oh, okay. I thought this was your podcast, and then Dilf was always just like popping in here, just like pushing himself into your podcast.
Dilf,
No,
get out of my podcast.
All right, see you guys. Have a good night. Yeah. I'm just glad we saw Todd tonight. To be honest, that's all I care about.
That's one thing I really wanted to see. But I was so upset because it was only for like 5 minutes, and it was mostly just, yeah, Fallout 76 happened. We're gonna have new updates for it. Battle Royale, Fallout 76. Yeah, okay, see you later.
Yeah, he didn't really have much to say, anyways. I mean, what is he gonna say? They're not gonna apologize for the state of Fallout 76, so they're gonna say we're gonna improve it, and here's also other things we've made over the years, like they do like almost every.
Yeah, fucking. I actually kind of want to play the battle royale. Is that fucked up?
I'm be honest with you. I kind of do too.
I don't.
It's gonna be an absolute fucking shit show,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be amazing.
I just want to see like what it's gonna. I just need to know what's happening there. You know, like I can't look away.
I will only play it if there's a statue of Todd Howard in the middle of the arena.
Yes. Yes.
Here's my thing with battle royale games. I feel like if you're gonna make a battle royale game, stop taking your franchise that is nothing to do with battle royale and adding to it, and just make a new game. I'm sick of like Battlefield did that too. Battlefield 5, which was one of the worst battlefields in existence. They did it like that version 2, and that game flopped on its own. So adding battle royale, I felt like they just wasted money on something they could have improved. I don't know. I don't know.
No, but you don't understand. Battle Royale. That's it's the new hot thing. Have you heard of Fortnite, dude? Yeah. Fallout plus Battle Royale. They're gonna make millions off of it.
I just want there to be a mobile version of the battle royale game of Fallout 76. Personally. So I can, use my mom's credit card. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, I don't know. Fallout has always been. See, when people were asking for like to be able to play with like 1 or 2 friends, like maybe 4 players max on Fallout, like or Skyrim, that was always asked for. So what did they do? They made Skyrim into ESO, and it was pretty bad originally, then became good as time went on, and then now they're doing it with Fallout. They made Fallout 76 because originally Fallout 4 was supposed to have a multiplayer, and they cut that out, and they made Fallout 76, which just feels like it should be a DLC if anything. And now they're adding Battle Royale. Like, don't add Battle Royale to a game where you could barely log in and play the game for more than 5 seconds. Don't add like new content. Fix your old shit first.
No, but these are gaming companies. I don't think you understand how they work. You pump out the shit, you buy it, it's shit, you complain, they fix it.
They sometimes fix it, yeah.
Well, fix it as in add more microtransactions and maybe like 1 or 2 bugs, updates, and that's it.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of over Bethesda to begin with. I might buy the new Doom. I'm just gonna wait. I don't buy any more games when they first initially release. I think the last game I bought when it was like, or a pre-order of a game or something like that, was Battlefield 1, I think it was. And when I bought that game, it was just a mess in terms of, well, no, I wouldn't say a mess. It was so bare bones. I felt like the game had no content. It got boring really quick, so I kind of stopped pre-ordering. I'm just gonna wait from now on until prices drop and whatnot.
I thought you were gonna say Battlefield 5.
No, I
Yeah.
refused to buy that game.
I'm pretty sure that Bethesda had a deal with Obsidian or whatever, the company that originally made Fallout.
Yeah, and that's how they made New Vegas.
Yeah, that if New Vegas sold a certain number of like copies, that they were gonna make an MMO version of Fallout, like in the Fallout universe. You know about that?
I haven't heard of that. No.
Yeah, and then,
Alright,
and then Bethesda, essentially what happened was they like barely didn't reach the agreement by like a few million or something, like sales, and they canned their whole idea, and then they kept the IP. So I guess it sucks. I feel bad for them, but I guess I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with that Outer Worlds game that they're making. It looks pretty good, so spiritual successor or whatever. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, I was just saying, Doug says Bethesda at least is more willing to fix their mistakes than Blizzard. Is that true? I don't really know much about Blizzard besides WoW. I mean, you guys play that a lot. I don't.
I feel like Blizzard doesn't pump out as broken games. It's more just the games are boring. And it's not necessarily just WoW. I mean, WoW was fucking boring, but I mean, HOTS is boring. Diablo 3 is fucking boring. StarCraft, I think that's the only actual game I'd say that I would get a lot of content out of, but I mean, again, you can only play that for so much, right?
Wait, is Diablo 3 really boring? I thought Diablo 3 was good. I've never played a Diablo game.
Well, Diablo is a grindy game, so basically you go through these dungeons, right? Kill things, so on and so forth, and you get upgrades. Go through it again, and you get upgrades.
Right.
You just keep doing it at a higher and higher and higher degree until you're just completely maxed out, and then you continue on in the end game with completely maxed stuff, and that's it. I mean, it's Path of Exile, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for the follow, by the way, Potato Man. What's up, dude? Thank you.
Also, oh yeah, Potato. What Starfield was that? What was that? The Asian game or no? Which one was Starfield?
They didn't talk about Starfield. It was kind of retarded, honestly. I don't know why, unless they don't have anything to do with Starfield this round, which is weird. But no, they didn't talk about it.
Yeah, I get. It seemed like a very sparse E3 from Bethesda, in my opinion. I was like hoping like, oh, can I get a little tease for that Elder Scrolls 6? Can I get more Todd Howard? You know, nothing, dude. They just like blue balled me. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, it wasn't Obsidian. Yeah, it was Interplay that, like you were saying, Duck. Yeah, Interplay became Obsidian, right? The new company or whatever for that MMO. Yeah, no, yeah, I feel the same way. It was just like we kind of got cucked, I guess. I don't know. It was okay.
It was boring. There wasn't anything
It was
interesting.
boring too. Yeah.
Hey gamers, we appreciate you. By the way, here's like no new video games except for like
mobile games.
I mean,
yeah, mobile games. That was also the thing is with that E3 at the end, Bethesda, they did this whole like, we appreciate you. We're working so hard. We have such a diverse crew. I don't give a fuck. Just show me the new games. Show me how improved they are. Show me the new graphics. Show me whatever. I really don't care about fucking Brad working on the aerodynamics on a ball being thrown in a game. I don't give a fuck about him. Just show me the game, and if it's good, then we'll buy it. That's what they were going for. They do that every year, and it's just a pain in the ass. I don't give a fuck about you guys. Just show me the game.
Toxic.
I'm sorry, it's just true, because it's like they do the same thing every year. They do the same exact thing every E3. They're talking about, like, remember Bethesda Land? They did that shit, like, last year or 2 years ago. And I'm like, dude, you're just showing us, like, your old things. Like, oh, now we're taking Skyrim to VR. I don't give a fuck. Skyrim was, like, from 2009 or some shit. I don't care. Just show me a new game. That's all I care about.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah,
I mean, here's what I will say though. I am happy that they are trying to fix Fallout 76, but like I said, Todd Howard, like a few days ago or a week ago, I did an interview where he said something like, we know our games are gonna be released kind of messed up. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but we're going to fix them as time goes on, and that's like the model for like gaming companies now. They just release shit and fix it over time because they know people will buy it anyways. So in reality, it's the gamer's fault. It's us. We're doing it to ourselves. We keep buying their trash, and then that's why I don't buy any more stuff like this anymore.
Are gamers just battered stepwives essentially that just keep asking for more? Is this what this is?
I would say it's not really us. I would say it's just the normies. You know, like the dudes who just buy games. They just play them. They don't care how bad it is. They just play them because they just want to play for like 45 minutes to an hour maybe. They work 9 to 5 jobs. They don't really care about that. I could be wrong though. I could be just misrepresenting the majority of gamers. I don't know.
I guess it depends what you, because don't they consider people who play like mobile games gamers now or something?
Yeah.
I guess right.
It's like a hobby. It's like you're just killing time at the airport. That's what you're playing mobile games for.
Yeah.
That's the only times I ever played mobile games. Just waiting for my plane. So I'm just sitting at the airport playing like a game or something.
Yeah. What company releases the HD remaster of Simpsons Hit and Run will have my gamer bucks for the next few years? That's a good game, yeah.
Dude,
pretty good
Simpsons Hit and Run is like one of the greatest games ever, and I can't like find a copy that people sell for cheap because I think it was on the GameCube, if I'm not mistaken.
Can we get some music? I usually have music whenever I stream, like games and stuff, but during a podcast I don't usually, because I personally have a bad habit of just spacing out listening to music. So, dog.
When I did my podcast, I would always have like an hour or two long, like just calm like
Skyrim.
music. And I didn't have Skyrim. I had this like Pink Floyd tribute band that really worked well, because it was generally it spanned the same like length that my podcast would go to, like an hour and a half. I would just play in the
Yeah.
background. It was just some super calm like fucking guitars and shit. I don't know. It fit well.
See, I don't listen to calm music, right? So that would be half the problem. I have some classical music that I do enjoy, but I don't know. I personally just don't like music when I'm trying to have a conversation with people and have a chat listening as well.
I just got an email. Cyberpunk 2077 pre-orders now available.
Yeah, I saw that on Steam as well.
What the fuck? Stop emailing me, you shitters.
The only reason why I said what I did in my podcast is because it's been a really long time since I've done the podcast.
Yeah.
Play
And,
that
I don't know,
Nordic
like-
band, then I would want to sing along, Doug.
Damn.
I just only played music, so there's like something in the background. So like when we're not speaking or something, there's just something. I don't know. There's like always like a thing in Discord where it's like still quiet at some points. I don't know.
Well, that's where you failed, because you're not supposed to have dead air when you're talking and having a podcast. I try not to have dead air. Occasionally we do, but that's when I bring up another topic or, in some way or another, continue on the conversation. Am I going to play the new? Hell yeah, I'm going to play it. I'm so excited. Fucking, we're going to save Sanctuary, Duck. We're going to save it. Woo!
I do have Borderlands 2, but I don't think I have the Handsome Jack collection, and I don't really want to buy DLC for it.
I think it's $5, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cheap.
I remember I played Borderlands 2 on the Xbox or 360 or 1 or whenever the hell it came out originally on, and I played it a lot, and then I recently bought it on PC on Steam because it was on sale, and then I played it all the way through again. So I was like, holy crap, I got burnt out of it. So I don't think even if they release DLC, I would go back to it. Gonna wait for 3.
I fucking love that game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I love Borderlands in general. And the only one I
don't
really
get me wrong.
didn't play through was the pre-sequel. I finished it, but I was just kind of like, meh, whatever. But I played the shit out of the second and first game.
Didn't they make a fucking what is that one company that makes those what is it called? Those like not turn-based ones. I forgot what they're called. They did like the whole Walking Dead series. Didn't they make a version of that? for
Telltale?
Yeah, those
Telltale
dudes.
games.
Oh yeah, they did make a Telltale game. I played it. It was
The
was okay.
pre-sequel? I think it was called.
No,
Borderlands
it
3
was
sequel, or-
no, that was an actual game. It was
Oh.
literally Borderlands, a Telltale series or something like that. It was
Yeah,
okay.
that's one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was it was alright.
There we go.
It was as good as
Yeah,
a
I
Telltale game could be. I'm not really a fan of that kind of stuff, so I don't know.
The Walking Dead one was really good. At least originally. I don't know if I played all of it or if they even finished it or whatever, but
Tales from the
Like-
Borderlands, yeah, that's what it was called.
I don't know. We'll
played
see.
the first one. Yeah.
We'll see how 3 is. I'm gonna wait. I've been watching people review it when they got to play it at some, I don't know, con for something. They got to play Borderlands 3. They said it was good. The gunplay was a lot better than 1 and 2 and the prequel and all that crap. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm more excited about Cyberpunk and Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, yeah.
That's the only thing that because CD Projekt Red, I think they only have like 3 or 2 games that they've ever made. So, and they do put a lot of time into it. So we'll see how this Cyberpunk game, what happens when it comes out.
I'm excited for it. You know what? There's actually a few games I'm excited for. I'm excited for the Kojima game. I'm excited for
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, and definitely excited for Borderlands 3. Woo! Woo!
I didn't watch all of E3, but did they show anything from the Kojima game?
There was a new trailer. I don't think they showed gameplay for it, but it was more just like, hey, by the way, look at this game. This game looks cool. We're like, yeah! And yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'll be
yeah.
honest though, people who liked Metal Gear Solid games or just Metal Gear games, they didn't like Phantom Pain, but I actually really liked Phantom Pain. I really enjoyed it.
I think because Kojima wasn't in the game, they fired him halfway through or some shit, so he didn't
Yeah,
get to
and-
like, properly finish it.
Yeah, that was also the problem. People also didn't like how they changed
David
Snake's
Hayter.
voice.
Yeah.
But I don't give a shit. I thought his voice fit the character much better. David Hayter sounded really cringy to me.
He's
I'll
kind
be
of like a
honest with you.
classic character.
He might be
though,
classic,
you know,
but his voice was like him trying
like
to
his
sound like he was tough. But Keith Sutherland,
No,
just like his
you.
voice is just like his voice just fitting.
I think that I kind of miss that though, because it's like it makes it memey. It's like a meme, you know, like
Yeah.
Snake's voice kind of. It's like Otacon. You know what I mean? It's like
No, I know
fucking-
exactly what you mean. His voice wasn't me. It felt like him trying to sound tough. That's why I thought it was just
Yeah.
like, oh, this is. It's just like Batman from the Dark Knight. You know,
Yeah, I
people
can see
always
that.
hated his voice for him like making it sound like that. But some people liked it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it makes it a little more. I guess it makes it kind of lighthearted and just not as because I don't know. Kojima's he's a guy. He's kind of like his stories are fucking ridiculous. It's just like so much information going on.
I
don't know
do
if you
like
played
him
it.
though. Like personally, he's a really big movie guy, and he's a really big like music guy.
Mhm.
So like if you
He's a
follow,
guy.
he's
Yeah,
just
just a guy.
exactly. If you follow his Instagram, which I don't, but people usually post him on like websites and stuff. He's always like recommending music, recommending movies and stuff. He's a really big fan of like the '80s, like space movies. I think he really likes a movie called Logan's Run or something.
Yeah,
I've
Star
heard of that. I've never
Wars.
seen that.
Logan's Run. Is that what it's
Star
called?
Wars too. Yeah. Have you seen Logan's Run?
I think I have. I don't know. There's a lot of movies I've seen, but let me see. Let me look at this picture. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. He's a big fan of like movies like that.
Yeah. It says. Let me read the chat real quick. Plus, it got really boring because the dual wielding weapon character I was using. Oh, you're talking about Borderlands. Yeah, too. I got a weapon combo that I would max damage and everything, even the hardest bosses. I love their Wolf Among Us game. Oh, yeah, Telltale. That was a really good game. Yeah, I'm pissed that 2 was gonna come out, but they shit canned their own company. Yeah, I was looking forward to that also. Yeah.
What was the reason their company went with? I thought, aren't they still part of like? I forgot the name of the company, but did they really just mess up or they lose money?
I think what happened is that they kept trying to make these like spin-offs with like really expensive like IPs. Like they made a Game of Thrones one, I'm pretty sure. They made a bunch of games.
Yeah.
There was a Batman one, and like
yeah, that
I
one.
guess they probably just spent way too much money trying to get the rights from these companies, and they couldn't make the sales up in their own games. You know, that's what I think. I'm not 100% though, but
Yep.
something like that.
They
Yeah.
spent way too much money buying up IPs and no one was buying. Oh, okay. Weren't the same company that made that like Battleborn game that just like died within 2 weeks?
I think so.
What was Battleborn? I don't remember that.
It was like a MOBA. It was like League of Legends, but first person, I think.
Oh. No, that
And
was
it just
weird.
died.
Oh,
Like
really?
there was a game that I saw when you first mentioned that hey E3 is live. We watched. There was like a game. I forgot what it was called. Do you remember it, Dilf? It was like it looked like Overwatch. It just looked like an identical Overwatch.
Oh, dude.
Paladins?
Yeah. No.
no.
They
It's a
announced
new
it.
one that they're coming out with.
Let me look it up. It was on the Xbox.
A world exclusive. That garbage.
Let me find the game. What was the name of it? It looked really bad. You're right.
It looked just like Overwatch. That was the problem with. Remember that game Lawbreakers that dude from Gears of War, the old Gears of War developer, was making a game called Lawbreakers. If you haven't heard of it, that's probably exactly why, because it fucking just died.
Oh,
it died
was
in
called
like 2
Bleeding
weeks.
Edge.
Oh, there we
Bleeding
go.
Edge,
Bleeding Edge.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like Overwatch.
Let me see if I can
Rip
find a video.
Lawbreakers. Yeah, see, that game died so fast because it looked like Overwatch. It came out when Overwatch was like at its top of its like hype and like just people were playing it like crazy. And he's like, I want to make another $1 billion IP, and then it just failed miserably. I can't wait for Cyberpunk 1997. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, what's up, stepdad? Yeah, that's the. I got the trailer for it. If you want to show them.
Do you want to watch it? What can I help you with? Are you gonna say hi to everyone? Say hi. Oh, okay. Thank you, Roscoe.
He's upset about the game.
Roscoe, how do you feel about Todd Howard?
Hi, God. Yeah, this has been like I guess what was the one big E3 a few years ago where they announced Shenmue and like fucking Final Fantasy 7 and all that? Was that 2 years ago? You remember?
I don't. I don't keep up with Shenmue. That's like your thing, the most boring game I've ever seen. So.
Yeah, Shenmue gamer. Yeah.
Have you heard of the Todd and the Sweet Little Lies song? Have you guys heard
Yes.
that song?
Yeah.
It's the best.
I
See, that's the channel. That's the channel I was talking about. He's the one who made it. Croby Cat.
I found a Todd Howard dating sim that I kind of want to play.
I want to fucking play that.
Yeah, it looks.
Todd Howard dating sim? Or does he just
Yeah.
like you and then he just smashes afterwards? What does he do?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Todd Howard.
He
That's
lies
what I'm
to get
saying.
your
He's
gamer
weird.
butt.
He's like likable, and you know he's lying at the same time.
His sweet, sweet lies.
100% persuasion skill.
Whenever I heard that song, I can only think of Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal is also another meme, dude. Steven Seagal.
Yeah, his hairline is really interesting.
I don't know if you keep up with like UFC or anything like that, but he was like back when, if you know who Anderson Silva is, back then he was like telling everyone that he was teaching him how to like throw all those like amazing kicks and stuff. Dude is like he's a pathological liar, by the way. I don't like Steven Seagal.
Oh yeah, I remember he taught Anderson Silva like he's like, oh, that was my kick that I taught him to like win a fight or something.
Yeah, he's such a I don't like him. Also,
He's
if
a
you're watching
sharer.
Steven Seagal, if you missed the fight last night, it was great. There was a lot of great fights last night with Tony Ferguson and Cowboy and the gold medalist Cejudo and fucking the One Punch Man. I'm just throwing nicknames out. I don't know if you guys know who they are.
I used to be a big MMA guy, but I kind of hate Dana White, so I stopped watching it. I don't know.
There was a really good video that they uploaded on how like Dana White and like 2 other people saved the UFC. So after watching that video, I think I have a lot more respect for him. Even if you don't like him, the man literally did save the UFC.
Single-handedly saved the UFC. What did his
I want to
face
say single-handedly,
from
but he never
aliens.
took like he never said it was me. He would always say it's the other people. So he gave credit to other people. He never said it was me who saved it. So
I don't know shit about UFC.
Ferguson's Ronin was a sad end. Yeah, that's true. So essentially, if you don't watch it, the fight ended with Tony Ferguson punching him a bunch of times in the face, so his eyelid was like closed, and I think his nose was broken, and he couldn't continue fighting because his eye was like completely shut. So they had to stop it in round 2. So there's your, I guess, follow up on that.
Yeah, I didn't watch the fights. I feel like very out of the loop with UFC. I like all my knowledge is essentially Fedor. It's all really old.
Fedor? Oh my god.
I'm like a UFC boomer. Yeah, Fedor Emelianenko.
Chuck
and,
Liddell? Is that what you were talking about?
Chuck Liddell and like Alistair Overeem and all that.
I'm just a boomer in general, to be honest.
I know. Shut up. Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. Oh yeah, dude. Okay. That game looks okay. Divinity 2 people are making it, right? The same company. What is it?
Think so, yeah.
Larian Studios. That's gonna be fucking sick, dude. I'm excited. I didn't see anything about it. Did you guys see anything about it?
No.
Did they release it? Like I said, I didn't watch all of the video, so I'm not really sure.
Apparently, yeah, it's combining Divinity and like D&D 5th edition or some shit. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Dude, I'm actually kind of excited about this D&D thing. I'm happy that people are interested. I was talking to Captain Perth when he was streaming, and he said he's really interested in it. So, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, so the more people that do want to play, and honestly, here's the thing. If we can get people to just make their characters, it'll be like so much easier on my end, because then at least now we have people who are like ready to go. Because that's all I need from you guys, just to like make your characters and just like be set. And then leave like the DMing thing to me, I guess. because it was much easier on the Roll20 than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I after trying it out with you, like I thought it would be like way more complicated and a pain in the ass, but it was just a lot of fun. You know, it's like, does that make sense? There's like a weird, I don't know.
No,
Every
it's
time I hear
yeah.
about it,
No,
it's
people think D&D is like fucking. You gotta do long division and fucking
right.
find the position of like the moon and to like play. You gotta like know all this math and stuff. But honestly, like your DM literally just like carries you on what to do. So if you're stuck, yeah, just he'll like help you. And DMing is like the best way to learn the game. So yeah, it's like the fastest and best way to learn how to play the game, in my opinion, is to like teach others or be the one in charge.
Yeah, it's like a, you know, the teacher becomes the student, right? The thing.
Yes, yeah, because when I was DMing, or when I'm DMing in general, I notice a lot of stuff. Because the book, you know, tells you what happens if this person goes here or if this person makes a mistake here, so you know exactly what you shouldn't do essentially when you're playing the game. Like, don't walk down the road and get hit by a trap or something. You know, just like sneak and like use perception checks and stuff like that. It makes you a better player.
Yeah. It's all the RNG rolls, God rolls, you know, easy.
Yeah, and also RNG is a pain. Should we watch this video on your stream or is this
Yeah.
That you linked?
the one that Potato linked?
Oh, what is
It's
it?
the
Oh, the Baldur's Gate trailer? Yeah, sure. Here, I'll
Ratio's all fucked up. Hold on. Yes, Love, I can see in my own chat. Thank you for sending it to me.
Well, thought it'd be easier, dude.
That is.
Easy game.
Well, there it is.
Roll
There.
20's fun in a really homebrew kind of way. Yeah, it is fun. I think if I ever do any more D&D games, I will always use Roll 20 from now on, unless like people want to come over and play. I could do either. People do like the interaction though with people sitting around a table that you can't really recreate online.
There we go. Okay, let's play.
Damn, nice toe.
Is that Cthulhu?
Yeah, I
Yay!
guess so.
Well, you know what the thing is? That was giving me some fucking feel going through the city in Vermintide too.
Which one is it? That's all.
Visuals are better online, don't get me wrong, but sitting at a table with others is more fun. Yeah, I agree. I've had a couple of ideas of music.
Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, I guess so. Apparently. Didn't Verm 2 add like some new stuff recently?
Yes. I'm very excited for it. Looks like fun.
You guys
Can
know
you
what it
play
was?
Roll20 on your phone? Is that possible?
I have no idea.
Not sure.
It'd be kind of weird. You need a mic and everything, but I'm pretty sure you could play the actual. But I do Potato. Obviously, I think he's definitely in. Dilf, you're in. Angel, I think you're in, right? If we do a D&D like game.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
We just need, yeah. I'm probably gonna have to make my own story up. Like I said, I don't think I can. I have a, I have a D&D like handbook at home, and it comes with its own story. That's what you guys were playing, when it was you, me, and my brother when we were. But I might just come up with my own. I think I could come up with my own pretty well. I think I could make one up. Shouldn't be too hard. I could make it pretty difficult, so it takes you guys like 3 hours just to beat part 1. Just fucking throw 17 ogres at you right at the beginning.
I'm into it. That's kind of what you did, though.
Yeah. Originally, in that first part, you guys were only supposed to get attacked by 4 goblins, but I threw an ogre in there, and that's like, a fucking boss fight, essentially. And, you guys still beat it, though, which was amazing. I was actually really surprised. I was a little worried. I thought you guys were gonna die.
Did you guys do a practice night or something?
We played one game, it was, I don't know how many days ago, maybe like, it was after I think you said you couldn't do it, or your friends, couldn't make it, or something, I forget exactly what the reason was, but we played a game, I think that next day, we played for like 2-3 hours, maybe.
Sick invite.
Well, I thought you wanted to, because I said I was going to make 2 campaigns. I was going to do one, because that game is probably not going to get continued. That was more of like an introduction for Delph than anything. Because that game is probably not going to get continued, because my brother's going to be leaving soon, and then my friend, it's kind of hard to get a hold of him to join that camp. That was more of like, hey, let's just, because my brother made a character sheet and he spent time on it, so I was like, okay, I don't want to just like throw this away. Let's just get a game going. So
he just wanted to show me how it was, essentially. And I was like, fuck it, So it was cool, though. I feel like less, I don't know. I think I'm more into it now than I was, I guess, if that makes sense. So,
yeah. Sorry if I didn't invite you. I don't want you to think like I didn't invite you because I was like, I don't want to play with it. It was just like, my friend was coming over. I was like, let's just get a game going quickly. And then we just played one. I don't know. Maybe about 2 hours, I think it lasted. Are we doing rolls for stats? I would, okay, so I generally try to say that I respect players enough to roll for their own stats. I know some people are gonna try to like just roll it like 50 times until they get really good stats. But I trust everybody to roll for their own stats, and yeah, just make your character sheet and then send me a copy, and then, so I can have a copy so I know like what you're gonna do in game, so you're not just making shit up like I'm just gonna fucking nuke the battlefield, kill everything, that kind of thing.
didn't they make like a D&D movie or something in the 90s? You know about that? Have you ever seen it? It's really shit, I think. I don't know. I wonder how it would hold up today.
Did they make? I know they made a D&D.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it's still ongoing or not.
Jeremy Irons, really? No shit. Oh yeah, it's from 2000.
Was it? Oh my god, the ratings on this.
Wait, they're making a new D&D movie in 2021 apparently.
Oh hell yeah!
Fuck yeah, dude! It's gonna be sick.
Jesus, the ratings. A point buy system is okay. I mean, you could do that. I guess. I think that would make it much easier for you to just boost your character. I would say just roll for it, honestly. Just, I usually just roll 4d6s, I think it is, and you drop the lowest. That's how I do it. That's how the rule book originally taught me how to do it. Although I think that's the first edition or something, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you want to watch that, Bleeding Edge trailer, or? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a shit game. So.
I mean, we could. It's the host's decision.
Yeah, it's up to you. I don't know. Just be funny to laugh.
Did you go to the bathroom? I'm gonna.
Well, to be fair, we've talked 40 minutes about E3, should we get on with something else, or unless you guys really wanted to keep continuing talking about E3?
I say you're the host. You change the subject to whatever you want, and then we'll just go off of you. At least, or you two.
Do you have anything you want to talk about, Angle?
Well, originally this was supposed to be an interview of Dawood. We had a few questions for you.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare for this.
Well, you're not supposed to be. I mean, it's.
No, I know. I was
Yeah.
just joking. All right,
Journalism,
go ahead, ask
dude.
away.
You wanna ask the first question, Dilf?
If you want me to, yeah, sure. Yeah. So I was gonna ask. So like, I guess tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, kind of about your life, how you got into Twitch. You know.
Okay.
If you want.
I mean, I can. I'm just gonna
Consent.
keep it. I guess that's such a broad question, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
It's just. I don't know. Okay, so originally I'm from Iran, and we moved to the United States. And I don't know. I consider myself more an American than anything else at this point, just because I've lived here longer than anywhere else. So I don't know. That's pretty much I guess, where I came from. I guess, and I lived in California for most of my life. I went into the military when I turned 18, got out. Now I'm going to college for astronomy, and I guess that's like the most basic description I can give of myself regarding where I came from. And I'm currently trying to transfer to a university because I'm in community college, and yeah, that's currently where I'm at right now. I'm just like finishing up community college to finally transfer. About like I don't know, half a year to a year. I'm trying to transfer.
Were you born in Iran then, or I don't want to like give too much personal.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I was.
Oh, okay.
I'm not native born.
And when did you come here as a kid? Were you?
I don't want to give a year, but I'm just gonna say when I was young, I came here.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So was that a pretty big like culture shock for you?
Not really. I think I was like at the age where you just adapt super quickly. You learn the language, because like when older people they go from another country, they like retain their accent, and it's hard for them to learn everything. Like my parents are a good example of that. They still have an accent and whatnot. So, no, I consider myself an American.
Yeah.
I love this country. God bless America. I salute the flag every morning at 6 a.m. I was kidding about that, but like I don't know.
Okay, Kona, brother.
I do think this is the greatest country in the world, and yeah, I really do. I love it here. That's why when people complain about America, I say like, okay, go live in like I don't know, Uganda or some shit. See how you like it. But in regards to the Twitch thing, I didn't really care much for Twitch. I actually thought Twitch was like really stupid originally. I had like a boomer mentality about it. And my brother Plebo, who's like I don't know if you both know, but I know King definitely knows him. He started streaming. He was on Twitch actually. He was on Twitch for a while. He didn't stream. He just watched people like Tyler One and shit. And after a while, he was like, "I'm gonna start streaming." So I was there with his first stream, and afterwards he just kept going, and then he got really popular. He was averaging like, I don't know, like 50, 60 viewers before he just stopped. He might come back to it. So at that point I was just like, okay, I'll start streaming too. I know more about like the interface, and I understand some of the inside jokes on Twitch, like Omega Lol and fucking PogChamp and all that fucking shit. So I started streaming. So I started streaming just a few times, and even now I still do it. I'm not really a super big streamer, so that's pretty much my streamer background, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, it's interesting to me how a lot of people get into. Like, I know what Plebo was he a mod for Greek or something?
Maybe.
Is that real?
I don't know if they usually have like mod purges, I think, on really big channels, and just unmod everyone that is not there. But he was at some point, I think.
Oh, that's cool. That's crazy. Yeah, it's just it's interesting to me how people get into Twitch, because I got into Twitch as I'm essentially a troll, so
okay.
I'm a reformed troll, I guess, or something. I don't know. Wholesome troll? I don't know what you call it. Yeah.
I think that's what he did too. I think he was trolling on Tyler One, and just like almost all of his viewers were. But then after a while, I guess he just wanted to stream because the thing is, it's like smart because he knew exactly like what to do and what not to do at that point, just from just watching everyone. So yeah, he came in, and he was actually really successful for the amount of time that he streamed. To the amount of how popular he got, it was actually insane.
Yeah, I hope he comes back. I know he's doing lawyer stuff, so he's like being a guy. So
Yeah, he's working now. So I do ask him because people ask me all the time, like, "Hey, when's your brother coming back? Is he streaming again?
Really?
Where is he?" Yeah, people ask me all the time, and I'm like, I don't know. So I do ask him, like, "Hey, are you ever streaming? People keep bothering me and spamming me with shit." And then he's like, I don't know, probably. He says yes. He says he will be coming back, but he says like he's just trying to like settle in with this job right now that he's working at. So see how things go.
yeah. Didn't he do like a year challenge? That's crazy. He streams.
Yeah, I
every day for a
don't know
year.
how he did that, to be honest. He streamed every day. That's insane for a whole year.
Yeah, it's nutty.
I mean, I've pretty much done that. There's like a handful of days I haven't streamed, but I don't know.
Yeah, but he went IRL streaming every day. He was going out. He had like such high energy every day. It was insane. I don't know. It was just weird.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I think that's why he stopped, because he must have been completely burnt out after it was over. Once he stopped, he was just like not talking on Discord. He wasn't talking to anyone from his stream, except maybe messaging a few people. But yeah, I met some good people through his stream though. Played games with him here and there. Talked to him a few times.
Yeah, I think it's weird. I feel like Twitch is more so as like a social platform. It's pretty good. I don't know. I've met a lot of cool people from.
That's
like,
how you met his
streams and stuff.
girlfriend.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you met his girlfriend, through Twitch.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because his girlfriend was a streamer too. It wasn't just like a girl in his chat or something. I guess he hosted her and she hosted him. And then, yeah, and that's how.
Getting married now. Going on.
I think he knows he's too young to get married. I hope he doesn't. I mean, his girlfriend is really cool and everything. I just don't think marriage like this young is like really a smart idea.
Yeah.
That's just me though. Some people get married at like 18 and shit. I streamed every day for a year minus like 340 days.
Do you have any questions, Angle?
Do you have your foreskin?
No, I am circumcised.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not Jewish.
Nice segue.
No, the Jewish people cut it off. So
Yeah,
I
can we say that?
I got
on
it when I was
Twitch?
really young. They
I don't
chopped
know.
it off.
Yeah, that's usually how it. I wasn't sure being from Iran. I don't know if they have that custom as well. I don't know. Just curious.
No, that's fine. I mean, if you wanted a reaction anime, you're not gonna get it or anything like that.
Okay, I wasn't trying to get one. I was just
No,
curious.
that's what disappointment in that reaction. That's what chat said.
Oh,
I'm disappointed in everything. Don't worry about it.
she is. It's her. Yeah. That's
Not
just her.
Todd
thing.
Howard for some reason.
I love Todd Howard.
Not Todd Howard.
Who is disappointed by Todd Howard? It's like an actual question, though.
I am.
No, you're not.
I feel like Todd has like surpassed his. He knows he's a meme now, so he can just coast and not. He just
Dude,
doesn't
he
matter what
just
does.
didn't give a fuck today, and I really respect that out of man.
Yeah.
Todd Howard circumcised?
Probably.
Probably had
He's
a relative
American.
argument.
Everyone in America has their dicks, well, most people, I should say.
Yeah.
I don't know who doesn't cut it off. Catholics?
No, Catholics do it too.
Everybody does. Well, I think because they make some money from this. I think it's like $5,000 to pop it off.
Yeah.
So somebody's making
Yeah,
some money.
they make money off of it. It's
Yeah.
it's seriously a whole fucking industry. Like you want to, yeah. It's I could literally go on a whole rant about foreskin one of these days, but I'm not going to.
Angel's a bit of a foreskin activists, I guess.
Every year he gets on
Stop
stage
cutting
and
the
talks about,
foreskins. It's
proud.
unnecessary, okay?
Yeah, he does. They are literally just like beating a dead horse with Skyrim every year. Oh, hey, remember Skyrim back in 1980? We're still talking about it.
I'd still
They
talk about
They didn't
Skyrim.
say anything about the new Elder Scrolls. They just talked about Elder Scrolls Online and showed a trailer that probably had. They showed a new trailer with the cinematics, but Elsewhere has been out for a while now. I don't know why they are still talking.
Has it?
No. When did it come out?
I'm pretty sure Elsewhere has
May?
been out because I keep getting messages about it on fucking.
That was a month ago now.
It's out now, but it hasn't been that long.
Check the release date. April 4th. Oh my god, what the fuck? That's not
Yeah,
true.
so it's relatively. It's not like amazingly new, but it's relative.
No, this is definitely the wrong date because it is 2014.
Pretty sure it was in May of some time. Well, I know why they cut off the foreskin, right? But here's a simple argument as to why you shouldn't. Just wash your penis. Like it's come on. just pull the foreskin back every now and then. And just wash it. Like it's not that hard. Really, like 2 seconds? You pull back your foreskin, wash it, you're done. Wow! Holy shit!
Time equals money, okay? Time equals money. I don't have time to pull
I'm
back every 5
Dilf,
seconds.
you have plenty of time to wash your foreskin. I don't know what you're talking about.
What is
Yes,
that? Okay,
Elsewhere
dude.
was
Okay,
released in May 2019. The fuck out of here with that Elsewhere trailer. It's old. It's old news. That's what Bethesda is. It's old news.
You're just a hater because Todd probably gets more women than you do.
I'm pretty sure he does at this point. I mean, the man's.
Does he have a wife?
I don't know. Probably.
Clean your room, wash your turtleneck, boys. Yes. Sort your foreskin out. Yeah. Look, if I could go back in time and stop that guy, I would. Or a person that popped. You know. What are you gonna do, man? Okay. What are you gonna do? That's how life is, dude. Hit you fast. What were you saying?
No, nothing. I was just gonna say, what other questions do you guys have for me?
What are your tattoos about? Why do you have them?
Okay. I guess let's start with what they are. I guess. Well, I have. Let me see. I think I have 8 tattoos in total, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes I lose track because some of them are like mixed together. I got them at different times. So let me get a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have 8 tattoos.
Wow, you're so cool.
Hell yeah. You should get a tat.
Like
No.
coolness. I just like tattoos. I'm thinking of getting more, but my mom's like constantly telling me not to, because she read a study about how it like kills you or some shit. But I have 2 half sleeves. One of them is like space on my right arm, and the other one is a forest fire. On my right, like I want to say like I guess shoulder area is Batman, and then on my chest I have the Turkish flag symbol because I lived in Turkey, and then on the other side I have a Dragon Ball Z tattoo, and then on my left like shoulder area I have 2 Pink Floyd tattoos and the Triforce from Legend of Zelda. And yeah, that's it. I think that's all of them. That should be all of them. They all have meaning, obviously. I know a lot of people get tattoos that they just see at a shop. Like the first day they go in, they just get whatever they see. I think that's kind of stupid, though. The space tattoo is, if you know me, you obviously know I'm studying astronomy and I love space. This is actually my favorite tattoo because it's the best looking one. And then the forest fires because I lived in Colorado and we helped with a forest fire cleanup. So I got that because once you see an actual forest fire, it's like insane.
Yeah, my house almost burnt down one time. That was cool.
Jesus.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
California, buddy.
I love forest fires.
So we also helped with the cleanup, so I got that because of that. The Batman tattoo, because I don't know, Batman's the fucking coolest. I don't know what else to say about Batman. He's like the greatest superhero. And Turkey, I live there, so I have the symbol. Although Turkey is like a shithole now, which is just sad. And then the Dragon Ball Z, favorite anime of all time. That I've watched that forever, and I grew up with it, so it was very important. The Triforce, same thing. The Zelda games, forever. And then the Pink Floyd tattoos have the Wall, have the Marching Hammers from the Wall album, and then I have the Prism from Dark Side of the Moon. Those are all my tattoos.
I wish I could get money for every time someone got the Triforce tattooed on their body.
You wish what?
I wish I could get money every time someone tattooed the Triforce on their body.
Are you just jealous? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Do you have any tattoos?
No. I
You're
want
jealous.
one, but I'm afraid of commitment.
I kind of want to get a tattoo also, but I feel like I'd be very. It'd have to be like really, really nice, I guess. Because I feel like I'd get really fickle, you know.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
By that. But I mean, I think I will eventually get something. I don't know.
It's tattoos. Honestly, just give them thought about what you're getting and what they mean to you. I do see a lot of people who cover up a lot of tattoos. Just own it. Don't get any tattoos on your fucking neck or face. Okay?
Yeah.
Just don't do it. It just looks really bad. And you might think it looks cool when you're younger, but when you get older, it just looks terrible. Don't get tattoos on your hands. That's why my half sleeves stop at like, if I'm wearing like a business suit or something like that, it covers it up completely for, I guess, professionalism.
Right.
You could get it on your feet if you want. I don't know why. Stay away from soft spots. If you really hate pain, obviously. Stay away from soft spots. The legs also hurt a lot, like the thigh and like anything down
Inner
there hurts
thigh,
a lot.
yeah.
Yeah. When I got my chest tattoos, they were getting really close to the armpits, and that hurt like frickin' hell.
Damn.
And also near the collarbone, it literally felt like somebody was chopping, like slowly cutting my throat. I don't know. It just how it felt. So, and the center of the chest was also pretty painful. So yeah, spots like that, try to avoid. Best spots to get them are like near your shoulder, like your arms. Probably the least painful. You don't
Like
really
the forearm. and stuff?
Forearm, not really. There's a lot of veins there. That was the weirdest feeling. It really felt like I was cutting my wrists when, or somebody was cutting my wrist when.
Do you
know, I
need
was
some
getting
help?
abs-
Are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine, trust
Okay.
me. But like your you know, like your bicep area. That area is probably like your shoulders. That area is probably the best spot to get it for least amount of pain.
What do you think of meme tattoos, like that people get?
I think they're really fucking dumb. There was a guy who had hashtag YOLO on his chest. Is that if that's what you mean by like a meme, right? Like hashtag YOLO or like, is that what you mean by a meme?
Boomers! Surrounded by boomers!
Like just like dumb tattoos. Like I feel like I don't know. Like I knew a few people who did stick and poke tattoos, and they would just get like a dick butt tattoo or something like that.
I would get that, honestly. I would get that. Fuck, I love dick butt.
If it's like a
Yeah.
bet or something, sure.
I-
If you do have to get it, or if you really want something like that, just get it somewhere that's not visible, or you're not, even if you're not, even if you're wearing like a regular shirt, it's not gonna show. Like get it like on your butt cheek or something.
a dick butt on your butt.
I
Hell
want
yeah,
that.
dude.
I'm gonna get that actually. A
There
dick
you
butt
go.
on my ass.
Like those terrible
Yeah, stream
Yes.
it, dude.
have around, like
I'll
their
watch.
vagina. It looks like home. Have you seen the ones where it looks like Homer Simpson's face?
Yes,
Vagina is like the mouth. Like
I'm a big fan of that.
I don't know what
Yeah,
the fuck that is.
I'm gonna have anal sex and the guy's gonna look at dick butt and just be like, oh hell yeah.
It's just, if I was gonna get one, it would be this. What is this? Let me just look at this. What is this symbol?
Oh, it's the Coheed symbol. Is that what that is? Yeah, that's a
Crop
Coheed in
symbol?
Cambria. It's like their. Do you know it's like a band? It's like a
Probably
prog rock
not.
band.
What year is the band from?
Mid 2000s.
Okay, then definitely not.
2000s.
I feel feel like I'm a hipster when it comes to music these days. I can't listen to anything like past 80s. I don't know what it is. Like
I don't think that's what a hipster means.
well, hipster is like when you see something and you're like, oh, this sucks. Everything sucks except like, you know, like hipster. At least my definition, from what I understand, is like hipster is like you only like what's super popular, and then you don't like anything else.
Yeah,
Or it
but
could be
I
the
don't
other way.
think old music is popular. That's why it's old.
Well, old as in not like in old as in. Well, of course everything is gonna get old at some point. That's not what I mean by old. I mean like older music, like from the 70s and 80s, where everybody knows Queen. Everybody loves Queen. Like Queen is the best band of all time. Nothing ever beats it. People will say that. That kind of stuff. I don't know. I can't relate this to modern music. I just don't think they sound good. I don't like modern rock. I think the worst genre in the history of mankind is probably country and probably just like modern pop. Like Katy Perry, these people are, I don't know, I can't listen to any of their music.
I'm planning out a chess piece of one of my favorite artists from all time. Oh, nice, Stepdad. Hell yeah.
Is Queen not
Fuck
the
is
best band
Yo?
of all time? I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion right now and say Queen is in fact not the best band of all time. There
What
is
is the
no,
best band of
there
all
is
time?
no best band of all time because music is subjective.
Pink Floyd is the best band of all
Pink
time.
Floyd is not the best. No,
It is the best band of all
there
time.
is
Sorry to
none.
say. I always say music is subjective, but then there's people who listen to like kids screaming and they say it's music. It's not good.
Yeah, you know.
People always want to say music is subjective and like art is subjective, but then you get like dog shit art, like modern art that somebody just like shit on a canvas and say this is art, and people are like, this is beautiful. They pay like 10 million for it. It's not music. It's shit. It's actual shit on a canvas, and people say it's art. That's why when it comes to movies, and there's like movies like, what's a really bad movie? Suicide Squad is a really bad movie. When people say it's good, I say, get out of my face. This is the worst movie I've ever seen in the last like 10 years. But then again, I do watch a lot of movies, so maybe that's why I don't like people's opinions on bad.
That would be the type of guy where you see Citizen Kane once and is like, oh, this is the best American-made movie ever made. This
No.
is amazing.
No.
I actually don't really care for Citizen Kane that much either. I don't like Pulp Fiction that much. Fight Club was boring to me.
Damn.
There's a lot of movies, like I said, they're not bad movies, they're just boring to me. A lot of movies I really don't care for. Or there's movies I really enjoy and people absolutely hate. Like there's a movie called Pandorum. People didn't like it, the critics didn't like it, but I really like that movie. Event Horizon is also very similar in that genre of movies. Although I think a lot of people are starting to like it. It's like those old movies that are coming back and people are liking them a lot.
No, I have an actual question. How the fuck did you find Fight Club boring? That doesn't make any sense to me.
It wasn't that it was. I'm not like one of those people who are gonna say, "Oh, it was so predictable." It was him. I remember I watched. Maybe I'll go back to it here. You're gonna hate me even more for saying this. I watched the movie, and then I just like got really bored, and I just like shut it off, and then just never watched the rest of it.
A Fight Club?
Yeah, Fight Club.
I mean,
And I'll tell you where I stopped it too. I have good memory. I stopped it
Uh-huh.
where they were looking for like the fat to make soap out of.
Oh yeah.
I stopped there.
Okay.
That's where I stopped. I was like, I'm bored of this. I'm done.
I'm not gonna say it's the most amazing movie ever made, but I was pretty fucking entertained when I watched it.
Fight Club's. I think it's
It's like a
alright.
rating effectiveness on a scale of 1 to 10. Most people can agree from 1 to 9, but 10 is about personal taste. I would agree to that. Yeah, that's it. That pretty much sums it up better than what. Although some movies are at a 0, they're not even from 1 to 10. Or music, for me, of course. That would be all. I guess that would be also personal taste when you give something a 0.
You should
David?
listen to Death Grip.
Yeah, I was about to say, hey David, you should really check out Death Grips. I really think you would like them.
When is their music? Like what year? What's the
You
band?
know, they're actually a newer music, but they really go with like Pink Floyd, you know? And they have like a lot of tracking from Queen as well.
And they open up a notepad.
Yeah, I think you should really check them out.
Death Grip?
Death Grips, plural.
Here's the thing with music, I do like. I like when music sounds good. If that makes. Like
Yeah.
I can listen to anything and find something that sounds good. I think that's why I like a lot of music that's like movie soundtracks, because a lot of them do sound good to me. Rock, I don't know, it's just weird. Like I could listen to country music and probably find a few of them that I actually like how they sound. But when somebody recommends a band to me, I do listen to them. I honestly do. My friend recommended Soundgarden to me. I listened to like almost every single album of Soundgarden, and I still did not like them at all. I didn't find a single song that they had made that sounded good to me. So when I told him that, he said, "Hey, at least you listened to all of it, so you can't just like be like, I hate that, even though you've never seen it or listened to it." Oingo Boingo, what the fuck is that?
That's the guy who makes all of Tim Burton's music band. What's his name? Danny Elfman. That guy. That's his band from the '80s. Yeah.
That's Danny Elfman band?
Yeah, Danny Elfman's band is Oingo
I gotta
Boingo. They have a
check it out.
song, "I Love
I'll
Little
check this out,
Girls."
though.
Of course, Duck would like that. Yeah. So
Quentin Tarantino soundtrack number 0 coming from Dove. Quentin Tarantino. Well, the thing is though, it's not Quentin Tarantino. It's like what's his name? N.C.O. Morricone, the guy who made the music for
Oh, the
he made the
Spaghetti
music
Man.
for like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I mean, those music are so good and iconic. He made the music for Inglourious Bastards. He made the music for like a bunch of movies that Quentin has also worked on. So yeah, I would say I really like the music that are generally in movies. Hans Zimmer is my favorite musical composer.
Of course, yes. Hans Zimmer.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
Well, his
Is he
music.
the Inception guy?
He's the Inception guy. He's the fucking Lion King guy. He's the Dark Knight guy. He's the fucking Gladiator guy. He's the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean guy.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner 2049. He worked on that as well.
Oh, did he? I
Yeah.
still haven't seen
I
that.
thought he
dude.
worked
I
on
wanna
the
see it.
original one as well.
No, the original one is I forgot the name of the guy. He was the dude who worked on that Chariots of Fire. Or I forgot his name.
Oh. I know what you're talking about. Forget his name also.
Let's see.
Could look it up.
Director, no. Screenplay, cinematography.
Vangelis? Yeah.
Yes, there we go. That's him. Don't get me wrong, Blade Runner soundtrack was amazing too, but I do like Blade Runner 2049 as a movie more. I know I'm probably gonna hate me for that if they love Blade Runner, but
I don't. I still thought it was a good movie, nevertheless, but I still think I prefer the original one.
original one? Okay. No, the original is great. I mean, Ridley Scott, like the way he set up the cinematography in that movie is still amazing to this day. That was also a movie that was hated heavily when it released.
So
Never
the
seen
new one is
Blade Runner?
100% amazing. So I should need to see it then.
What's,
I guess so.
what is?
The new Blade Runner. It's sick.
I love it. I liked it more than the original, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's just me. The soundtrack in that movie is great. The cinematography was the same dude who worked on the original, so it won an Academy Award for it because he was really good. The characters were good. Some people don't like the plot, but I really liked it. I don't know. It was a good movie in my opinion.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. Well, this is kind of off topic, but I was curious of your opinion of the whole like situation in like Iran and stuff. If you wanted to talk about that, if not, totally cool. But you have strong opinions about it?
Since I really haven't been following politics, I just know like the basics.
Yeah.
Just the Iran and the United States are like at a standstill and regarding nuclear weapons at the moment, or the creation of nuclear weapons. Personally, I really don't care. I do have a lot of family that still live in Iran.
Mhm.
My mom cares more about the situation, although she's always saying like, I hope Trump just like destroys the government there. She's always saying that.
Really?
That's why she likes
Oh.
Trump. She said she's gonna vote for him in 2020. Me personally, I don't really have a strong opinion on it. As soon as like the situation happened, I called up a few of my army friends who are still in the military and asked them like, hey, what's the situation? Are you on like QRF? QRF means like quick reaction force. You generally get placed on that if something's about to go down. So if something does go down, you're like ready to deploy. So my friend who is stationed in I think it's in North Carolina or one of the Carolinas. I forgot what the name of the base is. Fort Bragg. I forgot which Carolina
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
He told me that he's on QRF, so if anything pops off in Iran, he's gonna get sent to that area. So,
Oh really?
yeah, that was like that's as much as I know about the situation. I don't think they would go to war though, because Iran would get like destroyed completely if anything happens. It would be like another Iraq kind of thing. Maybe they'll put up a little bit of better fight
Mhm.
because they're more prepared for it than Iraq was when it happened. But it wouldn't be good.
No, no.
I told my mom this too. I said, "Look, mom, if we go to war with Iran, it's not gonna be just like they come in and just like fucking snipe individually all the guys in charge. They're gonna drop bombs. There's gonna be explosions. A lot of civilians are gonna die. A lot of people are gonna get caught in the crossfire. The country's gonna go to shit. So it's not gonna be like as beautiful as like
Right.
just like fucking sniping Hitler in Wolfenstein or some shit. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like,
Sniper Elite version 4.
yeah, it's not
whatever.
gonna be like that. It's gonna be a very,
Right.
it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Oh, I forgot. Thank you for your service, by the way. I appreciate that. Thanks. How'd I
Say
forget
that
that?
to me.
I should have
You know what's
started with
fu-
that.
You know what's funny? Is you say that so much to me that
I
whenever
actually
somebody
mean it.
goes-
It's a meme. I know.
I know, but like you say that so much to me that when anybody else says it to me when they find out, I just like I have to laugh a little bit because I just think of you saying it every time.
Oh Jesus, really? Holy fuck. Yeah. Do you? Okay. Oh, actually, I wanted to ask you about your time in the army. If did you want to get into that at all, or
Yeah, sure. Go
what
ahead.
your experience was like?
Do you have any specific questions about it though?
Uh, Angel, do you have anything or?
No.
Yeah, no, just in general, like what you did, and you didn't, I guess, what you didn't, did you see combat or anything like that, or no? You told me
Jesus
already.
Christ!
Can I ask that? Why can't I ask that?
Did you
Yeah,
kill
I
anyone,
shot-
by
I
the way,
shot,
Davu? Can't
I
fucking.
I killed
Can't
like
ask.
10 people, dude.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
nice.
I'm kidding. No, there was once that was close, but it didn't really escalate to that far.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was stationed in. I guess this. I guess I should just talk about the basics first. So, I joined when I was 18 because I didn't really know what I wanted to do after high school. I knew I wanted to study something in the field of science because even back then I really enjoyed something in the science field. I don't think I had like the discipline or like the mentality at that time to pursue school. I think I would have been a pretty average student back then if I went. So I said, let me go to the fucking military. I actually tried joining the Air Force first, but they kept delaying all my shit. And so I was like, alright, screw you guys. I'm gonna go to the army. I went to the army, and they were far better at like everything about explaining about like what's going to happen. Pretty much the way they explained it. A lot of people's recruiters lie and shit. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna be fucking shooting Osama with like a rocket from like space. You know, people lie about that shit. But these guys were pretty straightforward about what it would be like. So I signed up and I joined. Well, actually, I tried. I went to LA to take the exam, and the first time I went to take the exam, well, I took the exam, and then I had to go back to LA for them to like run all my paperwork and stuff, and just swear in, that I will join whatever. And the first time I went, they fucked up my paperwork, and I had to just sit there for a whole day without getting anything done. And a lot of people told me this was like a good sign for you to not join because it's gonna be just exactly like this. But I still pursued it. I didn't leave. I went there back again. I went through the whole process. It took forever, but I went through it. So I swore in, and then now was technically part of the military at that point. So they finally, when I chose my job, which was reconnaissance, it's called a Cav Scout, Cavalry Scout. Your job is pretty much reconnaissance. You go up in front of everyone else. You go and fucking hide in like a, I don't know, mountain or something, and you just like, you get recon on the enemy like a scout. So that was my job, and I actually really liked that job because once I actually started doing it, I really, really liked the job. It was really tough. There was a lot of long distances you just had to walk with heavy gear, so it felt like you're actually doing something. So that's what I signed up for, and then they sent me to Georgia for basic training, and I went to Georgia for, I think it's a 3-month long training. You go to basic training for a certain amount of weeks, and I think it was 16 weeks total of the whole thing. So you go for training, They teach you the basics, like how to, march, how to, how to salute, how to get your stuff organized. Just like basic stuff you would expect in military training. How to hold a rifle, and then you would, qualify with the rifle and stuff like that. Then after you were done with that, you would go into your job training portion. And a lot of people who don't do combat, they go to like one state for basic, and then they fly to another state to do their job training. But not us, because Fort, I forgot the name of the fort. But in Georgia, it's a combat, I guess, training site, like state. So like you just stayed there. So we just stayed there with the same people. And yeah, we did our job training. It was much cooler. They were a little bit more relaxed, the drill sergeants and whatnot. And we just learned about our jobs, about our vehicles, about that stuff. And at that point, that's when they were telling us like, hey, where you're gonna go. So they asked us to like have like a wish list of where you would want to get stationed, although it's not 100% guaranteed. I put Fort Carson, Colorado.
Yeah.
So I put that as first, and luckily I got to go there. And yeah, afterwards I came back home, and for like 14 days, and then yeah, I left to Colorado, and then I lived there for like 2-3 years. I went to my first platoon. They were really chill and cool and relaxed, and then that
Was
group
this,
got disbanded because they had
before they legalized weed or after?
No, it's okay. I think this was I don't know what year they legalized weed, but I think it was before. I think it was definitely before. So I went there, and yeah, I was part of my first unit. I think it was 4th Infantry Division. I forgot which. I think it was 110 Cav, 4th ID. I think it was 2nd Brigade. I could be wrong. And I stayed there, and then that unit, after a while, they were really cool. That's the unit I guess deployed with to Qatar with for 9 months. And Qatar was really nice. People would sometimes try to like be cool with their friends. Be like, "Oh yeah, dude, I deployed to fucking the Middle East or whatever." It was like a vacation, honestly, in terms of how things went.
Really?
There was a lot of time that I got to myself, so I read like a shit ton of books, watched a lot of like videos on important stuff, politics, religion, whatever. I got a lot of personal growth there. And
That's good.
yeah, it was really nice. And after I came back, the unit got disbanded. They were being sent to another state or something, so they disbanded the unit. They were placing us in different locations, and they put me in 1st Brigade now. Same base. They put me in 1st Brigade, and in 1st Brigade, I got to meet like the worst person I've ever met in my entire life. The most like vile,
Really?
cruel, like toxic, like platoon sergeant I've ever seen in my entire life. This guy like treated us like shit. Like, have
Damn.
you guys seen the movie Whiplash? If you remember the movie Whiplash, remember how the
Yeah.
teacher was like a piece of shit to like his students? That was the drill sergeant that I had to deal with for like, I want to say about a year and a half. So I stayed there with him. He did teach me a lot of stuff. After a while, he liked me a lot because I knew how to do the job, but he still treated us like shit. And he, towards the end of when I was about to get out of the military, or I was like thinking about getting out of the military, he left for Germany because he wanted to go to Germany to go be a drill sergeant there or something. I forgot what it is. They call that cadre. They like teach the people there how to do stuff. So he was leaving, and then once he left, we got this super chill, like short Mexican dude who like he was like so chill, and we really liked him because what we had before was terrible. He was super cool, and he was super cool for like the first, I want to say, month and a half. But after a while, we noticed like he was way too chill. Like we didn't get anything done. And
Really?
we would get in trouble for it because then we would have to stay longer to fix the problems because he wouldn't tell us to do it. He was in the military for like 20 years. This guy was like on like 6 different bottles of medication. He was like allergic to everything.
Jesus.
He had to like wrap his leg every time we worked out because his whole body was fucked up.
What the fuck?
He was like a career, soldier. He was like really, his body was almost everyone who's been in that long, if you look at their bodies, their whole bodies are fucked up. I was in for 3 years and both of my knees are messed up from just carrying so much weight all the time. I have to wear a
Really?
knee brace. Yeah, I have to wear a
Wow.
knee brace every time I work out because my knees are messed up. And so Yeah, so he was in charge, and towards this time I was like, okay, there's no more war. We're just like chilling. I really just want to get out now because it's boring. I've trained because under that last dude we trained like dogs, and we were really fucking good at our job. We always won like every competition in like physical and like shooting. We were always at the top, but we had like nothing to do with it. Like, what's the point of being
Yeah.
trained to like kill and be like so good at our job, and then they're just like, oh yeah, just clean the toilets every day. It was fucking stupid. So I was like, alright, I'm done. This is boring. So what happened was I was like, I'm getting out. So I went through the whole process. That was a really chill moment when I was trying to get out because nobody would bother me because they're like, hey, why aren't you showing up to like PT, which is like physical training? And I'm like, oh, I'm getting out. I gotta go meet with like this fucking dude. And they're like, all right, get out of here. So it was like really chill.
Have you you know, that's like that movie Jarhead. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's also I want to say this about Jarhead. Jarhead, people hated it because it was like they said it was boring. That movie is so fucking accurate to how the
To how it
military
is.
was in a peacetime war. I can't even explain how accurate Jarhead is. It was so accurate to like how it is in like
Yeah.
a peacetime kind of situation. Anyway, so I got out and yeah, I came back to California and I went to school. And it was kind of weird for me at first because I had this military mindset still, and everything was like so slow. People were all like robots, like they were like super slow. And I was just like, let's get shit done. I gotta fucking go. I gotta be places. Like I asked my friends, like, hey, meet me here. Let's go work out. And then they would be like 20 minutes late. You know, I was like, what the fuck? You can't do that in the military. So it was kind of weird at first, but I transitioned slowly.
Getting
And
back
after
into
a few
civilian
months,
life and a
Yeah.
little more laid back. Do a lot of people struggle with that whole like, you know, when you're being trained to like pop the fuck off, and then it's like you don't have anything to pop on, and you have all this like pent up, you know. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know,
it was like that.
aggression, essentially. Yeah, that's rough. Then yeah, I could see how that could get to somebody for sure.
You- Sorry if that was a super long story, by the way. I didn't
No,
want.
No, it was good.
No, it was
Thank you
interesting.
for sharing your experience.
Yeah.
No problem.
I want to go
I
vacation
was-
to guitar now. No, I don't. Fuck that.
It was Qatar was one of the hottest
Qatar
places
sooner.
I've ever been. Georgia was really bad. I thought Georgia was bad in terms of like wet heat, until or like humidity and like
Mhm.
hot. Until I went to Qatar. Qatar was like so. But there was days where they would be like, you cannot work out outside. They were shut down like working outside. You had to only stay inside. That's how bad it would get.
Yeah.
What was the highest it would get? Like
Past
130 or
100.
something.
Maybe not 130, but definitely past 100. And
Yeah,
it would be super close to the ocean, so like you would just smell the ocean, like it would just like the humidity would just come in.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy over there.
My dad was stationed in Kuwait. I remember him telling us just like horrible fucking just hot sand and you're just sweating your ass out and everything there. But he wasn't as close to the ocean, so it was more just like dead air and heat.
Georgia the state. Sorry, I should have clarified. Yeah, Georgia, not where Stalin originally came from. The Georgia the state. That's where I trained, and it was weird because during the winter it would get so cold, and basic training was pretty crappy. But after you went through the whole military thing, you like forget about basic training. There's only a few stories I remember from basic training, because a lot of it is so similar that nobody talks about basic training anymore to other soldiers because they're like, dude, we did the same shit. I don't care. There's only a few stories that I guess are worth mentioning because they were just so ridiculous. One was, so what happens is you like meet up outside of where you stay. You march to the dining facility, and you gotta quickly eat. You can't get any cake. I mean, you can get cake, but you pay the price for it. They say, hey, if you want to get cake or whatever, you can, but we're gonna make you like lose all the calories or whatever. So some people would do it. We always were pissed off at people who did it. But there was this one time where after a while we stopped marching back. We would just run back with another soldier. You had to always be in pairs of twos or threes. There was no like you by yourself. So we would have to run back, and once we ran all the way back, they had a random inspection. They do that all the time. They just like pull everything out of your lockers and check everything, see if you're not doing anything. And They inspected the whole place. They checked everyone's lockers. They found some people carrying coffee and stuff like that. People always do that stuff, so they would get pissed off at us. But here's the funniest part: they they fucking took the trash can, took the plastic bag out of it, and under the trash can there was a fucking full cake.
Really?
Somebody
God.
had stolen a full cake and placed it under. Like they didn't steal the whole cake. They just stole like pieces of cake and pretty much made a full. They had it under the trash can, and like I don't think anybody was mad because everybody was confused. How the fuck did anyone do this? Because you can't run back and carry anything with you. You have your rifle in your hand, and you're not wearing any baggy. You're not wearing any baggy clothes. So you're running back with like shorts and a shirt. So the drill instructors were like, they weren't even really that mad because they were like, "What the? How did this? Who did this? How did this possible?" I still don't know who did it. We just all laughed about it and we just did it like a shit ton of push-ups and just got yelled at for a while. But it was just so funny because I don't know how they stole a cake and brought it in. That was like, it was just insane. Another story that I still kind of remember was, at first we went there during May, and it was freezing cold. I don't know if you've ever been to Georgia, but it gets really cold there. And holding a metal object with your hands without gloves in the freezing cold is like the worst thing you can do. So we were holding. Everyone else was wearing like gloves. Everyone else in the other platoons and whatever. But for some reason, we weren't allowed to wear gloves. We had our gloves and we're holding like metal, and our hands are like just like frozen to the metal, and you had to like actually like kind of like rip your fucking skin trying to get your hand off the guns. It was like the worst thing ever. We even complained like, "Can we wear gloves?" And they just got more mad at us and yelled at us. It was like the stupidest thing. That was stupid.
I was gonna ask actually do you have any thoughts on stolen valor? What do you think about it? Or you don't care?
I mean, there is videos on YouTube where people get super angry at people who have stolen valor and start like calling them names. There's a video I watched where this dude was like saying he was a Navy SEAL to like other Navy SEAls, and they just like beat his ass, like slapped him in the face.
I saw that with the black guy. Was it a black guy?
No, I think it was just some drunk white dude. They just like slapped him around. I think he was saying he was either a Ranger or a Navy SEAL, and they just like kept slapping him in the face for lying. But if I see somebody with stolen valor, which you don't really see all that often, because once in a while I'll see people wearing military uniforms at my college. I just think they're recruiters, though. I've spoken to them. Doesn't look like anything's off about them.
Here, stream. I had my fans on. Here, let me know if this fixes it.
Yeah, what's up, cool dad? What's up? That was Maryland. You back? Yeah. Yeah, I guess it would make sense if you're like, like a Navy SEAL or something, right?
I mean,
to say, like,
when I was in Colorado, where you're like right next to a military base, people were lying then too. I was at a bar with a few friends when I was in Fort Carson, and there was this guy who was like, "Yeah, I'm a." There was like 4 of us, and we're just like asking him questions, and everything was just like wrong. Like if you're in the military and you do something, and somebody's trying to tell you about the military, and they're like just like their story doesn't make any sense. Like if you're in the Navy, and then some guy's like, "Oh yeah, I spoke to my my sergeant, my staff sergeant." There is no staff sergeant in the Navy, so like you're just like, this guy's bullshitting, that kind of thing.
Did you slap that guy or no?
No, but my friend, who's actually a Apache pilot now, he wanted to like punch him in the face. I'm like, dude, relax. Like he's an idiot. Who cares? We had to like hold him back because he would have punched him in the face. And we're like, relax. Who cares? Just leave the guy alone. He was drunk too, so we're just like, calm down. It's not that big of a deal. Who cares if he says he's Navy SEAL? Nobody really cares about
that guy. Probably plays a lot of Arma 3 at home and puts on his uniform. Yeah.
But I mean, you know what's funny about Arma? Every time I go on, I meet a lot of military people. But Arma and there's a couple of other FPS shooters similar to Arma. Yeah, Squad. I've met a lot of military people in there.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how many military people I've met on Twitch too. I guess because there's a lot of downtime, and I guess they game a lot. I don't know. It's kind of
I met a
interesting.
lot of military people on Total War. That
Really?
game doesn't have a lot of young people playing, so a lot of people are either like they love military strategy, so they play Total War, or they're all older people that play it.
Hmm.
Did he race change to Apache, or did he get the certification to join him? He was just a white dude, but he wanted to. He didn't want to do regular army, which is smart, so he went to become a pilot.
I think the government will pay for that now, Duck Duck. So it's okay. Don't worry about it, dude.
The government paid.
Yeah.
It's cultural appropriation. He can't do it.
Yeah.
It's been an hour and
There
a
were-
half. Do we want to have any more questions, or should we start wrapping it up soon?
I'm okay unless you wanted to talk. Continue or
I think
do you have
I
any other questions?
asked everything I was curious about, and he gave us a good story about his military career. So I don't know. I think we're good.
Yeah. That's fine with me. Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, of course. I hope I didn't bore anyone because I went on long stories, but
No, it was good. Thank you, David.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
yeah, no problem. I haven't been on a guest on a podcast in, I think, a long time, so good pace of change, or change of pace, I should say, not pace of change.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for popping in. We'll be back next week as always, and I stream every day. Double streams. Check out Devud. So yeah. I don't know.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. GG.
GG.
Damn, your brother's shitting on me.
Damn.
It's all good.
All right. Bye.